Hey, today we're taking a look at the ZTE Fury Android smartphone by Lightyear Wireless, and I'll tell you what, this device, I'm really impressed for a lot of reasons. Now, first and foremost, it's not, an HTC Evo, it's certainly not a Samsung Galaxy S3, it's not ever been marketed that way. The target market for this phone is persons that want a full-featured Android device, they want the convenient size, they don't want to sacrifice usability or functions and features, but at the same time they're trying to get an economical price. They don't need the best of the best, but they certainly want it to work that way. And this Android is fantastic. So what I did, actually, just to give you kind of a apples to apples comparison, I have an iPhone 4S here in my hand, which we can all agree is probably the most popular smartphone to date, and I'm holding it next to a ZTE Fury, and you can see the displays are identical, the size of the phones are identical, the thickness of the phones are almost identical. In fact, I have a case on the iPhone here. There's no case on the Fury, so the Fury is a little more sturdy. It's got a very nice feel to it, the rubberized back, and the specs on this phone don't disappoint. This is a very high performing phone. It's got a 1 megahertz processor in it, which is really, honestly, much faster than some of the more popular entry-level Androids like the LG Optimus, like the Samsung Conqueror, and some of those different ones that we've had. This has got an actual faster processor. Spec-wise, even though it's different hardware, it's as fast as the iPhone. So if you're looking for a device that won't break the bank, but will give you absolutely the best experience you can have on Android, and you don't want to go all the way to the top with, say, a Galaxy S3 or an HTC Evo 4G phone, guys, this is a heck of a deal. For the money, I don't know that you could find a better deal. And honestly, anybody using an Android, most people would be happy with this device. Some of the specs on it, and I'm going to go through some of the cool features. But we got a nice headphone jack up at the top. The back comes off very easily. It's got a 5 megapixel camera, so you're going to be able to take really nice photos for a mobile phone. That's really good. Okay, that's very good, actually. That's the same type of camera that's on the iPhone 4. It's got a nice camcorder on it, so you can take mobile video, upload them to YouTube, whatever you might want to do. The resolution is great. It has many colors, a very vivid, bright screen. You can adjust the brightness, all of that. Obviously, you've got access to the Android marketplace. The size is very convenient. Like I said, it's the exact same size as the iPhone. And accessories are pretty easy to come by. What's really cool about this, as opposed to some things like, say, maybe the LG Optimus and some of the other very popular high volume selling Androids, is that this one actually has 2.5 gigabytes of internal space. See, some of those other ones, the memory and things, there weren't many applications you could download because it didn't have a lot of space on the phone. This has 2.5 gigabytes of internal space and an expandable memory slot for up to 64 gigabytes that people have reported they've been able to use on here, which is, honestly, guys, that's an infinite amount of files, applications, music, whatever you might want to do. So we're going to go through it, guys. It's a very cool phone. I've been playing with it. I've got many happy customers with it. For the price, honestly, there's never been a better value. And for folks really wanting to have the Android experience on a great phone that's very fast, has a great processor, and has access to all the things that you'd want to do on an Android, you can do it in all its glory right here on the ZTE Fury. So let's have fun and show this thing off. So what we'll do right now is we'll take a look at the Android marketplace real quick on the Fury. So I've gone to the market. I'm just going to type in something, simple that a lot of people might look for, and that is, music. What's really cool about Android is the fact that, if you don't like the house stock music player, then there are literally just hundreds of different players that you can download. Things like PowerAmp, Winamp, Google Play. There's so many different things you can do. There's so many places you could go to download music. There's so many places like Pandora that you can download. I'm going to show you that in just a second. iHeartRadio to listen to streaming live radio stations from all across the country. You can literally customize. You can even sync with this iTunes iSync for PC. You can actually use that to sync your iTunes to your Android phone. So it's a lot like having an iPod or an iPhone. So it just does a whole lot of things that if you don't like how it comes, you can customize it in literally countless ways. Cool music apps. You can do that with keyboards. You can do that with video players. You can do it with so many different things. The Android marketplace lets you do that. There's even a Lightyear application that you can download to see your back office. So what happens, guys, having that marketplace is just invaluable. Most of them are free. So I've downloaded a few things I'm going to show you on here, but the marketplace allows you really to make a very simple experience of the phone become very advanced and very fun. So enjoy the marketplace, because the Fury is going to allow you to access that in its entirety. So this is pretty cool. I love Pandora, and Pandora is one of the coolest apps I think you could find on any smartphone. So I've signed into Pandora on here, and I'm listening to Frank Sinatra, but I can change radio stations at will. I can go to whatever station I want, and it's going to play music by that artist or music by similar artists, and you can hear that. It sounds great. Put your headphones in and listen to it, and you're all streaming. Because we have unlimited data, you can stream this all you want. You're not limited by your data allowance or overages or any of that kind of stuff. And Pandora is just a wonderful, wonderful app. If you have Bluetooth, you can link it up to your car and great stereo. So it's a great technology, guys, to have Pandora and be able to listen to these things. You can also do iHeartRadio. You can do all that stuff. Today's hits, if you want to do that. So you can see how fast the phone is. I just changed stations that quickly 3 times, and you can see how fast this phone is being able to do that. Now I'm on Wi-Fi right now, but it doesn't have anything to do really with the data connection as much as it does the speed of the phone and its ability to change programs very quickly. So enjoy that. I'm even watching a quick video, so you can see its video capabilities as well. And that's just within the Pandora. So there you go. So that's Pandora, guys, and that's the speed of the phone as well. And one of the most useful features ever on an Android would be navigation in Google Maps. And this phone definitely does not disappoint in that regard, guys. You can use this instead of your Garmin or whatever. I mean, here I am sitting here in my office, and I can pinch in and zoom in real time right where I'm at. You can see, my location, but I can get directions to places too. So I just put library in there to search for, somewhere around me, and it brings up, here's the Palm Beach County Library, Wellington branch. So I can actually click on that. I could call it. I could get directions to it. I could get it on the map. But if I want to get directions, it's going to give me directions. So that'll give me directions and show me how to get there. Or I can hit the navigate button up here at the top. And it's actually going to give me turn by turn. Okay. So I'm going to accept terms, all that. And it's going to bring up, navigation, and here we go. So it's actually going to tell me what to do. I don't want to do the full voice right now. You can install that. But this will tell me what to do. It's going to tell me where to go, where to drive to, all of that in real time. Tell me how to get there. So you can replace your Garmin or whatever and do that right here with your Google Maps. It's a great function. And it's honestly, out of the smartphones between this and Apple, the Google Maps is the most accurate. There's no question. So that comes in on the phone without any install. It comes with it already. So enjoy that feature, having your navigation and your turn-by-turn GPS. All in all, this is a really great phone, guys. For the money, who it's perfect for is for somebody who is looking to get an Android smartphone. They don't want to, have to use a very basic phone, but they don't have a lot of money to spend on one of the very highly advanced phones like the S3 or the Evos or something of that nature. They don't have the money for an iPhone, but they still want a phone that's full featured, that's attractive, that does everything that they need it to do, but just is a little economical in the pricing. It doesn't sacrifice, though. I mean, for all the different, I wanted to show you a couple things. I mean, I showed you a few things, but going into the application, some of the things that work on this phone just fine, but no problem. Netflix, I downloaded that. I was able to stream movies on here. It also has YouTube. It has a sound recorder, video recorder. You could even go in as far as watching ESPN. If you have the Watch ESPN app, you can download that right to your phone and watch live video of your favorite sports teams and games. So it has all of that stuff, guys. It does everything that you would want an Android smartphone to do. And then some. Has a great camera on it, great video recorder, and honestly, just the size is very attractive. For the money, I don't know that there's been a better bargain or value on the phone. And if you're somebody who doesn't have to have, a Galaxy S3 or an iPhone, or an Evo or an LTE device, I think it would be really hard-pressed to find a better deal and a better value than this very high-performing ZTE Fury. So enjoy it, and we'll see you next time.